Hi, first grade. So we are going to do some videos on money because I noticed that we're getting still a little bit confused with our dimes and our nickels. Remember, our quarters are 25, dimes are 10, nickels are 5, pennies are 1 cent. So I have some money that's like magnets, so we can play with that. And so what I'll do is underneath I will put underneath the quarters, Q for quarters, D for dimes, N for nickels, and P for pennies. So, I need my marker. So here we go. So let's do, so we have 2 quarters. So I'm gonna do a Q and a Q. And then let's do, we'll do 3 dimes. So I'm gonna do D, D, D. We'll do 1 nickel, and let's do 3 pennies. Alright, so we're gonna go P, P, P. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and count these. So we know 1 quarter's 25, 2 quarters makes 50. Now with our dimes, we're gonna add 10 cents. So if we're at 50 and we add 10 more, that's gonna give us 60, then add 10 more, 70, 10 more, 80. Now we're getting to our nickel. Our nickels are 5. So we have 80 cents plus 5 more, 85. And then our pennies are 1 cent. So 85, 86, 87, 88. So this is going to equal 88 cents. Remember, our cents is a C with a line right through it. So that's what cents means. So let's do another one. All right, here we go. Let's do, we're gonna do 3 quarters now. We've been practicing those quarters. So I'm gonna do Q, because I know it's probably kind of hard to see from the video which ones are quarters, dimes, and nickels. So I'll put those underneath there. Let's just do 1 dime. We'll do 2 nickels, and we'll do 1 penny. Okay, so here's our dime. All right, D for dime. Nickel, nickel, penny. Now remember, I know that our dimes are smaller than the nickels, but the dimes are worth more. They're 10 cents. And so they have that bumpy edge around, just like the quarter has that bumpy edge around. So the dimes and quarters have that. So let's go ahead and get started. Remember, our quarters are worth 25 cents, so we're gonna add those. So we have 1 quarter, 25, 2 quarters, 50, 3 quarters, 75, and then now we're going to add a dime. Remember, we're adding 10. So we have 75 plus 10 more is going to be 85. Now we have a nickel. So 85 plus 5 more, 90, plus 5 more, 95. Or what you could have done, if you could have been, oh, I know that this is 85. I know that 2 nickels are a dime. That's 10 cents. So you could have just added 10 to your 85 to get you 95. You could do it that way. And then add 1 more cent. So 95 plus 1 more, 96. So this one equals 96 cents. Nice job. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's do 1 more really fast. So let's do 4 quarters. I only have 3, so I'm gonna borrow a quarter from up here. I'm borrowing it. So remember in first grade, we talked about 4 quarters equals $1. So what I would have you do is put a rectangle over that to remind you that 4 quarters equals $1. All right, let's do 2 dimes. Let's do 1 nickel. And let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 pennies. All right, so we know 4 quarters quarters equal $1, but we're going to do 25, 50, 75, $1. Remember our dot there, our decimal point? That's $1. So now we have $1. Now we're going to add the rest of our money. So these are dimes, so we're 10 plus 10, another dime, 20, plus a 5, 25. Now we're adding our pennies, 26, 27, 28, 29. So it equals, here's our S with a line to make the dollar sign. So it's $1 and 29 cents. So the 29 cents comes after the decimal point. That decimal point, what is in front of it is how many dollars that you have. What's behind it is how many cents you have. So you don't have to write the C with the line for the cents, unless if you didn't want to do the dollar sign, you could have done it's 129 cents. But normally we write it $1.29. We do it that way. All right, good job. Remember, anytime you have 4 quarters, put your rectangle around it so it helps you to remember that 4 quarters equals $1. And it's like the shape of a rectangle. $1. All right, great job, first grade. Bye.